Good afternoon. Recently I took office as the 44th Provost of Trinity College Dublin, and I moved into number 1 Grafton Street. All the slides I'm going to show are photos taken in one day, in 1 hour by my kids. The first here was taken by Emer. You can see her in the reflection. Through these images I want to tell you something about what Trinity College means to me, and to give you some ideas about education and about the importance of the university's physical environment as it develops over time. I first entered Trinity in September 1983, through the front gate, under the arch, out into the great expanse of Front Square. This approach under the arch into darkness and out into the beautiful open space is for me a metaphor for what the university should do for the mind. Learning is about seeing and new ways of seeing. Students and lecturers in Trinity are fortunate in that whichever way they look, up, down, around, there's always something new, inspiring or unexpected to see. If you look closely at the cobbles in Front Square, you'll see that every one of them is different. Different colours and sizes. Recently, space has been created between the cobbles to create access paths, making it easier for those with disabilities to get across. No picture gallery of Trinity would be complete without an image of the Campanile. But in over 20 years studying and lecturing in Trinity, I honestly never saw the Campanile like this. "Look up, Daddy," said Emer. If we want new experiences, we have to find new ways of looking. Also, I never knew there was a door into the Campanile. See the empty bottle carefully placed on the ledge? Our students need to socialise like here at Electric Picnic. I'm sure there are some in here. And it's good to see that they're careful about putting these empty bottles out of harm's way. What strikes everyone who walks through Trinity is the mix between the old and the new in the architecture. Over the last few years, we've built striking new buildings like the Usher Library, photo taken by Pierce, the Long Room Hub and the Biosciences Institute. These new buildings don't imitate the old ones. What would be the point? They reference them. I was struck by these next 3 photos because they all show roundy windows, but they're quite different from different eras. This one is from the Graduate Memorial Building in the 19th century. The mix of the old and the new is intrinsic to Trinity. Trinity derives its strength from its diversity and its multidisciplinary environment, from the constant interplay between the traditional and the radical. This shows the round windows in the Berkeley Library. The Berkeley caused controversy when it was built in 1967, but it's now an inspiration to contemporary architects, so the college was right to take that risk in the 60s. And this round window is from the Usher, which was built in 2003. As a student, I spent a lot of time in this 1937 reading room. I don't think we'd build a reading room now. It sounds like an extravagance. But I'm mindful of the former Trinity student Edmund Burke's quote, "Reading without reflecting is like eating without digesting." Whichever way we access our information, we need to reflect on it. Maybe we should build a reflecting room. Trinity College was first established to consolidate the Tudor monarchy in its power and to spread Protestantism. It was built to convey prestige and to impress. And today, the very stones still convey authority. I want to say a little bit about authority in higher education. Who has the authority to define the answers to the following questions? Who learns, and how do they learn? There was a time when religion determined what or where you could learn. As recently as the 1960s, Catholic archbishops were denying Catholics the right to study in Trinity. But unfortunately, that's not an issue now. There was a time when gender determined whether you could learn or not, and this is still an issue. Engineering is mainly learned by men. Dentistry is mainly learned by women. Where you're from's a factor. Whether your parents value education's a factor. It's critical. This image, by the way, is of a manhole cover, open and close. My position is I want Trinity to be open to the best and the brightest, regardless of their socio-economic and cultural background. This is another image of the same manhole cover, which is going to come up now, taken by Ailish. Ailish thought it looked like the sun, and I take it as a symbol of Trinity wanting to have opportunities for the best and the brightest. As Provost, I have the privilege of living in a fabulous house. Like my predecessors, I want to be worthy of this house and to do something important for Irish higher education with the job. This is me here in front of the house. The next image is very much like the first one I showed you, except that it includes a doorbell, inviting people to press for entry, and answering all callers to Trinity and answering for Trinity's greatness That's what I want to be the theme of my provostship. I want to thank my kids for taking the photos and helping me to see Trinity in a new way. They're all here, Emer, Ailish and Pierce. This is my first month as provost. In 10 years' time, I intend to go around with my kids and take another 20 images to mark how my ideas and theirs will have changed. Thank you very much.